Hey everyone! Have you ever stopped and wondered what actually makes your car, well? Or how a massive several hundred-ton airplane can just lift off the ground like it's nothing? Or even how we launch rockets into the cold, empty vacuum of space? It seems like magic, right? But it's not magic, it's engineering. And behind all of that incredible motion, from the family minivan to the space shuttle, is a powerhouse of human ingenuity called an engine. These incredible machines are the beating hearts of our modern world, and they come in all shapes and sizes, each with its own secret sauce for turning fuel into force. Today, we're going on a deep dive into the world of engines. We're going to pull back the curtain and see exactly what's happening inside these metal beasts. Forget the complicated textbooks and the boring diagrams you might remember from school. We're going to break down 7 of the most important engines that have shaped our world, from the one chugging away under your car's hood to the one screaming at the edge of our atmosphere. I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll see the world around you in a completely new, mechanically awesome way. It's going to be a wild ride. We'll explore how a simple spark can unleash explosive power, how magnets can push a car forward silently, and how boiling water literally powered a revolution that changed human history forever. We're going to use some simple analogies, some super clear visuals, and maybe a few controlled explosions. Because, let's be honest, everything is better with a few controlled explosions. My goal here is to make this super easy to understand, whether you're a seasoned mechanic or you've never even looked under the hood of a car before. This is engineering for everyone. So buckle up, because we're about to unleash the secrets behind these incredible machines. We'll start with the engine that most of us interact with every single day. The one that's been the workhorse of our world for over a century. It's loud, it's powerful, and it's a masterpiece of controlled chaos. That's right, we're starting with the internal combustion engine. Let's get into it. This is going to be awesome. Let's peel back the layers and see what makes it tick. Or more accurately, what makes it roar. The internal combustion engine, ICE for short, is the king of the road. It powers cars, motorcycles, and more, all by turning tiny controlled explosions into motion. Inside, pistons move up and down in a 4-step dance. Suck, squeeze, bang, blow. Air and fuel mix, get compressed, then a spark ignites an explosion, pushing the piston down. The crankshaft turns this up and down motion into rotation, driving your wheels. Multiple cylinders fire in sequence, creating smooth, continuous power. Noisy, messy, but brilliant. ICE engines have moved the world for over a century, but what if we could achieve motion without explosions at all? Electric motors are the silent powerhouses behind everything from toothbrushes to Teslas. Unlike combustion engines, they have no explosions, no exhaust, and far fewer moving parts. Think of them as a powerful orchestra, conducted by the invisible forces of electromagnetism. Magnets, opposites attract, likes repel, are the secret. Electric motors use electromagnets, turning electricity into a rotating magnetic field. This field spins the rotor, creating smooth, instant power. Electric motors are incredibly efficient. Over 90% of battery energy becomes motion, compared to just 20 to 30% for gasoline engines. That's why electric motors are everywhere, and why they're powering the future. Before cars and lawnmowers, there was the steam engine, the granddaddy of them all. This machine powered the Industrial Revolution and changed the world. It all starts with water turning into steam, expanding with incredible force. That pressure pushes a piston inside a cylinder, creating powerful, useful motion. This simple idea let us build trains, factories, and cities anywhere. The chugging of steam engines powered progress and connected continents. Even today, every engine owes something to the mighty steam engine. From the chugging power of the past to the screaming power of the skies, let's talk about the jet engine. A jet engine is a marvel of physics, built on a simple cycle: suck, squeeze, bang, blow. Air is sucked in by a massive fan, squeezed by spinning blades, mixed with fuel and ignited, creating a roaring controlled burn. The resulting hot gas blasts out the back, spinning turbines and propelling the plane forward. Thanks to Newton's third law, this violent, elegant process lifts hundreds of tons into the sky. That's how you get a jumbo jet to fly. a continuous, controlled explosion, and a true marvel of engineering. We've flown through the air with jet engines, but what if you want to go where there is no air? What if you want to go to space? For that, you need a different kind of beast altogether, the rocket engine. A rocket engine looks and sounds a bit like a jet engine. They both create a massive fiery blast out the back, but they work on a fundamentally different principle. A jet engine is an air-breathing engine. It needs to suck in oxygen from the atmosphere to burn its fuel. A rocket engine is completely self-contained. It brings its own lunch. This is the key difference and the reason rockets work in the vacuum of space. A rocket engine carries not just its fuel but also its own oxidizer, which is basically a substance that provides the oxygen needed for combustion. Common examples are liquid fuel, like refined kerosene or liquid hydrogen, paired with an oxidizer like liquid oxygen or LOX. These two substances are stored in massive separate tanks and are kept incredibly cold in a liquid state. When it's time for liftoff, they are pumped into the combustion chamber to meet their fiery destiny. Inside the combustion chamber, the fuel and oxidizer are mixed together and ignited. The result is not just a burn, but a hypergolic reaction, or a controlled explosion of unimaginable intensity. The temperatures and pressures created inside a rocket's combustion chamber are off the charts, far more extreme than even a jet engine. We're talking about temperatures of over 6,000 degrees Fahrenheit, hotter than the melting point of most metals. This reaction produces a massive volume of incredibly hot, high-pressure exhaust gas, which is the source of all the rocket's power. This superheated gas has only one way to go out the back, through a very specially shaped exit called a nozzle. The nozzle is one of the most critical parts of the engine. It's shaped like a bell for a very specific reason. This de Laval nozzle, as it's called, is designed to take the high-pressure, slow-moving gas from the combustion chamber and accelerate it to insane speeds, often multiple times the speed of sound. It's this acceleration of the exhaust gas that generates the colossal push needed to overcome Earth's gravity. So, just like the jet engine, the rocket engine works on Newton's third law, action and reaction. The action is the rocket engine throwing its exhaust gases downward at incredible velocity. The reaction is the universe pushing the rocket upward with an equal and opposite force. The sheer amount of mass being ejected every second is staggering. The Saturn V rocket, which took humans to the moon, consumed about 15 tons of propellant. That's the weight of 2.5 elephants, every single second during its initial ascent. This is why a rocket launch is so violent and loud. You are witnessing raw power on a scale that's hard to wrap your head around. It's a controlled, continuous explosion that is literally powerful enough to tear a multi-million-pound vehicle away from the grip of an entire planet's gravity. It's not pushing against the ground or the atmosphere. It's pushing against its own exhaust. This is why it works even better in the vacuum of space, where there's no air resistance to slow it down. The push is purely from the mass being ejected. Think about it this way. Imagine you're sitting on a skateboard in a frictionless room, and you have a giant pile of bowling balls. If you start throwing those bowling balls one by one behind you, what happens? Each ball you throw pushes you forward a little bit. Now imagine you can throw thousands of bowling balls per second. You'd accelerate pretty quickly, right? That's exactly what a rocket engine is doing, but instead of bowling balls, it's throwing gas molecules out the back at hypersonic speeds. This simple, powerful principle is what has allowed us to leave our home planet. From launching satellites that give us GPS and global communication, to sending probes to the furthest reaches of our solar system, to putting human footprints on the moon, it all comes down to the rocket engine. It is the ultimate escape artist, a machine whose only purpose is to generate a push so immense, so powerful, that it can break the bonds of gravity itself. It's the engine that turns science fiction into reality. For over a century, engines have relied on pistons moving up and down. But then came the rotary, or Wankel engine, a true rule breaker. Instead of pistons, it uses a spinning triangle-shaped rotor inside a peanut-shaped chamber. Each turn of the rotor creates 3 separate pockets, each going through intake, compression, combustion, and exhaust simultaneously. The result? Smooth, high-revving power in a compact package. But those spinning tips, apex seals, are tricky, leading to reliability and emissions issues. Still, Mazda made the rotary legendary in cars like the RX-7, and today its unique design lives on in racing and as a range extender for electric vehicles. For years, drivers had to choose gasoline or electric, but what if you could have both? Enter the hybrid engine, a true game changer. Hybrids combine a gasoline engine with an electric motor and battery, working together for maximum efficiency. The electric motor handles city driving, quiet and quick. The gas engine takes over for long highway trips. Regenerative braking recaptures energy, recharging the battery as you drive. The result? Incredible fuel efficiency, lower emissions, and a smoother ride. Hybrid power, the best of both worlds. So there you have it. From the simple, explosive power of pistons in an internal combustion engine that moves our cars, to the silent, efficient hum of an electric motor pushing us toward a cleaner future. We've seen how boiling water in a steam engine kicked off the Industrial Revolution and completely reshaped our world, and how the awesome force of a jet engine shrank our planet by letting us have breakfast in New York and dinner in London. These machines are the unsung heroes of the modern age, working tirelessly behind the scenes to power our lives in ways we barely even notice. We even ventured into the final frontier with rocket engines, the only engine that can break free from Earth's gravity and carry our dreams to the stars, reminding us that its basic principle is the same one Newton figured out centuries ago. Then we got weird with the spinning Dorito of the rotary engine, a brilliant testament to out-of-the-box thinking. And finally, we saw how the hybrid engine acts as the ultimate team player, blending the best of the old and the new to create something incredibly efficient. Each of these engines is a masterpiece of science and engineering, a solution to a different problem, and a critical chapter in the story of human progress. These incredible machines are more than just metal, fuel, and fire. They are the engines of innovation. They are the heartbeats of our cities, the muscle behind our industries, and the wings of our ambitions. They connect us, they build for us, and they explore for us. Understanding how they work isn't just a cool science lesson. It's about understanding the fundamental forces that have built the world around us and will continue to shape our future. The next time you get in a car, see a plane fly overhead, or watch a rocket launch, you'll know the incredible science that's making it all possible, and the story is far from over. Engineers are constantly pushing the boundaries, developing new types of engines and refining old ones to be cleaner, more powerful, and more efficient than ever before. So I have a question for you. Out of all of these incredible engines we looked at today, which one surprised you the most? Was it the weirdness of the rotary or the simple genius of the steam engine? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the science of how things work, make sure to hit that subscribe button because we have a lot more amazing science and engineering breakdowns coming your way. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.